there was just 19 participants.
Oh, right.
So
Yesterday.
the platform erased about
Some
5
comments.
participants.
And
All
it also happens with
from
the evidences.
24, yes.
And it also happens with the evidences. Sometimes they, like my student tell me, like, teacher, I sent the evidence, I am sure. And I was like, see, if it is not there, you didn't send it. And they sometimes say screenshots and everything, and teacher, see, I send it. And I was like, okay, so something happened with the platform because, well, sometimes things just disappear. But yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So did you do it again?
Yes, there is if you watch the social forum, the last one is me.
Okay. Okay,
Yes,
good.
I
Good
did
to
it
know.
yesterday, Sunday.
I will I will check it today
Okay.
in the
Teacher, there
afternoon.
is another mistake, another wrong in the platform.
Yes. What?
When I was uh, doing the comprehension exercise
Yes.
about a learning material,
Yeah.
there is a wrong because about the dialogue, the comprehension of dialogue between Johanna and excuse me, teacher, Johanna and Richard. Yes,
Right.
about a paper he was doing about a review of a book
Okay.
review.
Okay.
And the answers are wrong. The option of answer are wrong because what 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 should be first, it's it's true, teacher, about the contrary. So I beg you to check that that part of the exercise, teacher. I
Oh,
had
okay. So
I had to change the answers uh, following the mistake because I know I had to respond to answer first, but the platform evaluated me like not correct, but
okay.
about in the context of the dialogue,
Yeah.
it's correct.
Okay, so you're saying the interactive activity or
No,
which evidence?
the multimedia exercises about learning material, teacher.
Ah, okay. So you mean the support materials here, the interactive material that you guys
Yes,
have. Ah,
yes,
okay.
teacher.
Okay.
There are many exercises about that learning material, multimedia exercises.
Yes. And did you check here at the PDF material? Are the same mistakes
Teacher, at the what?
at the PDF,
PDF?
the
PDF?
downloadable?
No, teacher, because the exercises are not solved, are not answered. In the PDF material, there are just the questionnaire, but not the answers. Do you understand me?
I don't.
No,
I don't.
when we are doing the
The
exercises,
practice, yeah, the practice
yes, the practices,
exercise. Okay,
there
let's
are
check
a
it out.
questionnaire about
Okay,
a dialogue about a review, a
hmm,
review about a book,
a movie, a book
a
review.
book,
Okay,
no movie, a
okay,
movie or a book. Yes, about movie. Okay, but there is a questionnaire. Yes, a format. Uh, several. Yes, yes, teacher. Yes. That is wrong. That is wrong because when I answer, for example, Richard's assignment is for next week. No, it's for tomorrow. Yes. So I have to check to put false.
Yeah.
Richard has problem with an assignment. Yes, he has. So Joanna helped it. Then, for example, Johanna House knows how to write reviews. True, okay.
Okay.
But when the platform give
The
the
correct
results,
answers.
yes,
Okay. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Now I
they
get it.
the evaluation is wrong.
Ah,
Are you
okay, okay. Now I
so?
got it. Now I got it. Okay, okay.
Okay, teacher, that's it.
Good. That's good to know. Maybe I will check the information that you're saying, and I'm going to talk to support.
Yes, teacher. Okay.
They organize this kind of stuff. But thanks for telling me. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, you can in this downloadable version and the PDF, you can download it and you can just do it. All right. So you have it. So you have it if you want to print it out or something. So you have it in your books or whatever you are gathering with English information. All right. It's up to
All
you.
right.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for telling me.
Okay.
Hello guys. Welcome to the ones who are just arriving. Para los que están llegando, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are in 9th level, I believe you have already let's say some background information, right, about English. Some people told me that they logged in and they subscribed to this level 9, but they don't know too much about English. And I was like, no, you cannot stay here because it's important for you to have some certain concepts before doing this course, right? So it's important for you guys to know that if you don't think that you have the level to be here, I'd rather you work harder on the previous levels in English that works, okay? Because here, I'm not, for example, today we're gonna start working on passive voice, right? To know passive voice, you have to know active voice, right? And for active voice and passive voice, you have to know the past participle of verbs, right? El pasado participio, right? So if you don't know what is this, please cancel this level and try to work harder on the previous ones, okay? Because these are the final steps of the English language, right? Learning passive voice, conditionals, these are the final steps of the English language. And it's important that you guys have a very strong roots, raíces fuertes, in order to keep going on these topics, okay? And if you guys have questions, please let me know. If you don't understand, please let me know. I'm going to try to explain a little bit how passive voice works, okay? If you guys have questions, yes, Celeste.
Yes, teacher. Remember, I am Anna. Celeste is Anna.
Okay, Anna. Yes, Anna.
Yes, teacher. Teacher, when I tried to make the blog,
Yeah.
yes, there is no work because it wasn't work because it didn't work. Excuse me,
Yeah,
teacher. It
it
didn't
didn't
work.
work.
Yes.
Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work for you, or it didn't work for
the platform because if you go to yes the final teacher down yes
downward.
no teacher in the at the left of the options yes for example yes that uh, down teacher down yes
What do you need?
for example foros, evidencias médicas. Entonces, ahí en ese listado, ¿cierto?
In English, please.
In
In the
English.
list.
Okay, teacher. Okay.
In the list.
Yes, in the list. Second list, teacher, at the left. Second, okay.
Participants information.
Down, 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 down. The teacher. Yes, yes, that. Okay.
Okay, blogs,
Please,
blogs,
open.
blogs.
Yes.
But you
Open.
are you already working on blogs?
Yes, teacher. In fact, yes. Oh, for you, it is working, but not by me, teacher.
But not for you guys, because I don't have it like permitted yet, because we are not there yet. But like if you tell me like you already there, I
Yes.
will open it for you.
Okay, teacher, please.
So you
yes.
are in activity number 2 already?
Activity number 2, activity number 1, teacher, but this is the evidence 2, the second evidence.
Isn't it the bottom? Wait.
Teacher.
Confused here.
After previous activities, okay?
Yeah.
After previous activities,
Mm-hmm.
there is activity 1, okay?
Yeah. And activity number 1, it has a forum or a blog?
After evidence interactive activity movies premiere, there is evidence blog. What you wouldn't recommend. That is the activity I am doing.
Okay, yes? So the only thing I have to do here is just to change your dates. I just only have to change, well, I'm going to do it after the online session. I'm going to change the date for you guys to complete it, okay?
What do you say, teacher? I don't understand.
Yeah, after the online session, I'm going to change the date for you guys to finish or to complete the blog.
Okay, teacher. Okay, but there is. O sea, I don't know why you will change the date.
For make it to make it recognizable for you guys to log in, to get in, and in order to respond the blog. That's why I'm going to change the dates.
Yes, because this week is for doing
it starts today.
Activity 1. All the evidences about activity 1.
Yes, it starts today.
Yes. Teacher, yesterday you announced that the course are finishing. Maybe you put that announce for other level. Could you check it, teacher?
Yeah. Are finished?
Announces. Yes. Down, teacher. This one, yes. Do you see?
Ah, okay. Yes, you're right.
This is not for us. This is for that is for our other level.
Yeah, it's for the 8th level that I have.
Okay.
That I just
because
did.
We are just.
You're right. You're right.
Starting.
I'm going to change it.
Okay, teacher. That's all for my part.
For your part, okay. Thank you, Ana. So you're Ana what? Ana
Castelblanco, teacher.
Ana Castelblanco. Who is Celeste?
Celeste is just the name I selected for my email. Do you understand me?
Okay. So Celeste,
for example, your name is Kelly Johanna.
Yeah.
But you could create an email account where your name is, for example, Diana.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Celeste Universal. Good to know. So you're Ana what? Sorry.
Ana Castelblanco.
Castelblanco. Okay, where are you from, Ana?
I am living in Bogota now, but I was born in La Mesa, teacher.
Okay, good.
Do you know La Mesa? A little town.
I've been there. Yes.
Yes.
In a pools near.
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Downtown.
But I grew up in Cali and Bogota.
Okay. And which one do you prefer, Bogota or Cali?
Bogota. all the time.
Why?
Because the weather, because the mountains, because the size of the city,
Right.
because the developments of the city.
Right.
I feel Bogota as my home,
Yes. Okay.
but
Good.
not Cali.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So you have a family already?
Yes, I have. I live with my husband.
You live with your
Yes,
husband. Okay.
but in Cali, there are many siblings, sisters and
Okay.
brothers.
Okay.
Yes,
Nice.
yes.
Okay.
Because yes, teacher.
Good. Thank you, Anna. Thank you very much. I won't forget your name. It's not Celeste. It's Anna.
It's Anna. It's
Good.
Anna, teacher.
Good. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
teacher.
Thank
Thank you. Bye bye.
Juan Sebastian, do you have a question or something to tell me?
Yes, teacher, it won't take too long. The thing is that I have a friend who
Right.
was enrolled in, I think, level four,
Right.
and lately he's been feeling like he's a bit ahead of the curve, like he's a bit too advanced for that level.
Right.
And I advised him to get into level eight, but he just got into level four. Is there a way that he could maybe get into level eight so he doesn't have to do all those courses?
He does, of course. He does not need to cancel number 4.
All
Okay.
right.
And it's the same way. He goes to Sophia and then he checks for the courses and everything. And he enrolls to level 8. It's just the same as he did with 4.
All right. So, but it's not a problem that the course has already started. Is that not an issue?
He will have to be in another course with another teacher.
All right.
He subscribes, right? He enrolls in it and he waits for the like the national thing, gives the teacher and gives the schedules and everything, and he will just have to wait a little bit, but
All right, teacher.
it's the same procedure. All right.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll let him know. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Juan Sebastian. Mervin, do you have a question?
Yes,
Good morning.
good morning. Well, I couldn't be the last class
Yeah.
I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm working, and but I want to do a question.
Yeah.
The the next class the next class it will be in this hour
Yeah.
at 11 o'clock. Okay.
Yes. So next
Yes.
class is going to be the October 4th at 11.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Because I have a free time in this hour from 10 to 2 p.m. Well,
Great.
it's possible to me. It's possible to me to be in the work.
Yes. Great. Good.
Yes. I have another question for you.
Mm, Yes. Go ahead.
As told as I have been listening to you the first conversation with the other participants.
Yeah.
I had the same problem.
Yeah.
I sent the my evidence,
The
but
participation.
today uh, but the today I when I watch the platform, my evidence, my participation in the platform, there are not here. What happened in that?
Yeah. So as I was saying to Ana Beatriz, it sometimes happens. The platform sometimes is not very good, and it has this kind of failures. You see, and you guys right. It is from 22nd, and it jumped to 24th. So yeah, I'm really sorry. So my recommendation is, can you please do it again? So I can check.
Oh, okay, well, then then I going to do my activities again. Well, thank you.
Yes,
That's
only that one. I think
just
it's only, well,
yeah.
hopefully it's
Well,
just that one.
thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So guys, you have another question. The ones who just arrived, welcome.
Teacher, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Teacher,
Okay. Yeah.
yes, one question. I
Yeah.
did a grid on the social forum,
Yeah.
but it is erased.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So you too.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes the platform is just like that. Sometimes it erases the stuff. It erases the evidences. It takes time to grade the interactive activities. It's so, yeah, I'm sorry. So my recommendation, please, is to do it again, to write again on the social forum, and to keep in touch with me if something happens with the evidences or something. Let's hope it's not the case, but it has happened before. Ha pasado antes. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jose, would you please do it again? Right.
Okay,
Write your
then
participation on the social forum.
I must to do the grid again.
The comment. So would you please do your comment again? Your participation on the social forum.
I know.
I hope it's not a problem.
I don't know. It disappeared.
Yes, you can do it. It disappeared. No, it should be there. It should be there. So you just come here, you type, and then you answer the question. Well, not the questions, but you just introduce yourself.
Okay. Okay. Correct.
It's just that you don't. Yes, you can do it. You can do it as many times as you want. Hopefully, it's just this time. Anna, another question.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah.
So for tomorrow, I will be able to accede to the blog.
Yes. No. Today, after the online session, I will make sure it's open.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Jose, did you have another question? No, you don't, right?
No more.
Yes, good.
The teacher.
Yes, Anna.
No, teacher. It was a mistake.
Okay, good. Okay, so welcome, guys. Welcome, Sara, Mervin, Juan, Sebastián Molina, Jose, Yvonne, Isabela, Ed, Dana, Daniel, Celeste y Andrés Mauricio López.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, Andrés. So guys, this is the information that I have for you guys today. Today we're going to talk about passive voice. We're going to learn how to do it, what is it for? Yeah. Most importantly is, what is it for? What is it for? Okay, so please, to start, I would like to start reading this conversation. Yeah, but I need help. This is the topic, right? These are the topics for today. We have only 2 topics: passive voice and simple present and past forms in simple present and past forms. And number 2 is expressing opinions about books and movies. Sorry, guys, my voice is just not good today. I'll do my best. So I need to participants here, to people to help me to read this conversation. Anyone?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Anna, of course. And who else? Another person, please. Y Andres. Good. Go ahead, guys. Hi, John.
Okay. Andres is John. Okay, and I am Joanna.
Up to you.
No, there are two boys. Okay.
Two boys, but it doesn't matter, right?
Who am
For
I? I don't
example, I am.
understand.
No, whoever, guys. So for example, the red one could be Anna and the gray one could be Andres.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, John.
What's up? What have you been up to lately?
Yeah.
Not much. I just saw a good film. You'd like it.
Really? Which one?
The Treasure of the Andes.
The title sounds interesting, but I don't remember it. I don't think I've seen that one. What is it about?
Well, it's about an indigenous tribe that disappeared in the Andes a long time ago.
Oh, I remember. That one was filmed in Peru, right?
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and no famous actors were involved. I read an article about it in Film Weekly.
Yes, I noticed that when I was watching the movie, but they were really good actors.
They are. It is said that they were paid very little though.
Yes, but they are just starting their acting career.
I've
Careers.
heard I've heard that some of them were offered a contract in a new feature-length film directed by the same director.
Great. We're almost done.
Good for them. The other thing about the movie, besides the acting, I mean, is that the soundtrack was spectacular.
I agree. It was recorded after the movie was shot by a Peruvian orchestra that uses typical Andean instruments.
Yeah, and now the soundtrack is sold everywhere.
Is it? I'd like to buy it.
Almost there, guys.
Well, I would like a copy too. Shall we go after class?
Sure, let's meet later at the lab. Does that work for you?
It's perfect, but I have to go now. I have class. I have class. See you.
Okay, have a good lesson. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, congratulations. Very good pronunciation, a very good pace and timing and accuracy. Very good. Thank you very much. So
Thank you.
this was a conversation about what, please? Anyone, another person who was paying attention clearly. What is the conversation about, please? Can somebody help me? Yes, Melby. Great.
Well, the conversation was about two friends talking about a movie, and they about a movie that was made in Peru, and the film was made with new actors, and they weren't bad pay. That's it. The conversation.
Yes, very good. Very good. Very good, Melby. Does anyone else want to add something else? Maybe a detail that maybe forgot to say? No, right? It's okay. So, guys, attention here. Based on the conversation, we are going to check on the differences between passive and active voice. And this is the key, guys. This is the key to understand how it works. All right. This is the key to understand how and basically what is passive voice and what is active voice. Okay. So I'm going to read active voice, and then please someone help me with the passive voice. And then we start understand the differences and the keys between the both of them. So active voice says, the film, they filmed that in Peru. Can somebody please read passive voice? Yes, Anna.
Yes, teacher. I will do it.
This one, please.
First active voice or first passive voice?
I already read active voice, so would you please do passive?
Okay, teacher. That one was filmed in Peru.
Yes, very good. So that one was filmed in Peru. Very good. Now, active for second sentence, it says they didn't involve famous actors. Anna, would you please help me with passive?
Yes. No famous actors were involved.
Involved. Very good. So now, please, guys, start checking the differences between both sentences, okay? Number 3, it says people paid little to the actors. And I would you please do passive?
Yes, the actors were paid very little.
Yes, very good. Now the fourth one, they offered a new contract to some of the actors.
Some of the actors were offered a new contract.
Very good. They recorded the music after they shot the film.
The soundtrack was recorded after the film was shot.
Very good. And the last one, stores sell the soundtrack everywhere.
The soundtrack is sold everywhere.
Very good. Now, you guys, please, we already read these sentences. Could you please tell me what is the difference that you guys noticed that is between active and passive voice? What is the difference? Like, what do you notice? ¿Cambia el sentido? Does it change the meaning? What happened? Please analyze the sentences. Please analyze the sentences for 2 minutes or 1 minute and try to tell me what are the differences, what are the characteristics of each.
Me, teacher? Anna?
Yes, Anna.
Okay, teacher.
It's up to you. No, I mean, if you want.
Well, of course, but I would like to other students could participate.
Yes, okay, so we have you and we have Juan Sebastian.
Okay, I would like Sebastian, listening Sebastian.
Okay, let's do.
All right,
Sebastian, what do you think?
So I think the difference is that in passive voice we always use the past participle. I think it's what it's called. Like the action has already been done. Instead of saying, for example, the book, like he writes a book, we would say the book was written.
Yes,
It's like the action of the verb has already been executed.
Yes, very good, very good.
That's
so
it.
you're right. You're right. So one of the differences is that in passive voice we always use the past participle of the verb, right? So as we have them here: filmed, involved, paid, offered, recorded, sold, right? We don't see them yet, but yeah, those are the verbs in past participle. Another person. What happens to Isabella? Yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I do. Can.
Okay, I have a question about the active voice.
Yeah.
It's always in past or can be in present?
It can be in present, of course. Of course. It can be in present, but we are focused on past.
Okay.
Yeah, on past. Today on past.
That was my question.
Good. Okay. Do you have another characteristic for you to add here? No? Do you guys? So, important. Verb in past participle. Always. Okay? Like, it's important to have that in mind. Attention here, we were going to start I'm going to start showing some examples here, right? How it works in active voice and how can we change it to passive voice. So for example, we have number 1 that says Mary sells cakes. You see, here is in present. Okay, here the active voice is in present. How do we change to passive voice? And then we say cakes are sold. Yeah. What is also important to have into account is that we change the action. It doesn't go anymore to the person that is doing the action. It transforms to be the protagonist, the object. Okay, what is the object here? Cakes. And the passive voice, cakes, becomes the direct object. Okay, it becomes the most important thing to mention. Okay, y ya vamos a ver why is it like that. So for example, here in this case, in active voice, we have the subject, we have the verb, and then we have the direct object, right? But in passive voice, the most important thing is the direct object. The direct object goes to first place in the passive voice, becomes the main character in the sentence. So we start with cakes, direct object, plural, are from simple present, and past participle. So cakes are sold. Another thing that is very important for passive voice, guys, is that we need to be very, very logic. Okay, we need to use our logic, and we need to use, that's why you have to know English. That's why you have to have a very wide background to understand how passive voice works. Because in order to do it right, in order to do it properly, in order to transform an active sentence to a passive sentence, we have to use our background, okay? We have to use our logic, okay? We need to be logical at the moment of doing this, okay? So now, we're gonna have more examples, okay? So it says changes occurs as follows. Guys, the language is a living being. Siempre me gusta decir, right? Sometimes it happens at exceptions. We have, and in the streets, people speak different, right? This is only for formal writing. This is only for formal writing. Like if you're doing an article for your thesis or something, you should use passive voice, right? Because it's very, very formal. But if you want to communicate on the streets, you never use passive voice, okay? So that's why I always says language it's a living being, yeah? English is a living being, as it is Spanish, right? As it is French, as it is Mandarin, as it is Chinese, or whatever. So my only thing is please be logical with this. Just use your logic, okay? So for example, we have Mary sells cakes. Yeah, and as I said, the object in the active voice becomes the main character in the passive voice. So cakes are sold. Sometimes people say by Mary. Cakes are sold by Mary. Well, it's up to you if you want to do it like that, okay? It is up to you if you want to do it like that. That is a very strict grammar structure, but you know, for example, at the conversation at the beginning, none of the passive sentences were, and the contracts were offered by them. No, right? Just they were offered contracts, and that's it, right? So we just have to go with the flow. Now, let's check the use of passive voice. Okay, let's check the use of passive voice. Who wants to help me to read this sentence over here so I can explain it a little bit? Yes, and right, Dana. Dana, go ahead. You have probably heard.
Okay, you have probably heard about the difference between formal and informal writing. These are the two ways people can write in English. Passive voice is more commonly used in formal written English. It is often used in newspaper, academic reports, and writing, which try to be less personal. Most passive sentences do not have an agent. The focus of the sentence is not on the door door of the action, but on its recipient instead.
Very good. Thank you very much. Very nice pronunciation, Dana. So as it says, and as I was telling you guys, it is very commonly used on written English for newspapers, academic reports, and writing which tries to be less personal. And as it is said here, it is focused on the doer, el accionador, accionante, la persona que hace. It's not focused on the doer, but on its recipient instead, right? Here, the example is here. It's not focused on Mary. The action is not focused now on Mary. Now it's on the cakes, okay, in the recipient. Good. It's because sometimes we just need to be less personal. Yeah, or sometimes we don't know who did the action. Yeah. So if you guys have questions, please let me know. Si van teniendo preguntas. Ana, go ahead.
Yes, teacher. For example, as you say, passive voice is used in formal speaking. So,
Right.
for example, if I am walking by the street and I have a beautiful dress, someone asked me, "Oh, your dress is so beautiful. Where did you where did you buy it?" So formal passive voice. I should say. I should to say. Oh, it is sold in the Sarah's shop, por ejemplo.
Yes, but okay, that wouldn't be a passive voice. Remember the passive voice? You don't speak in passive voice. You never. So for example, you never say, for example, this dress was bought for me in this store. No, right? So I bought it. You just say, I bought it next in the next street or in the next quarter or whatever. Yeah. So please, we have to have that clear in our mind. We never speak passive voice unless it's in a speech, unless it's in un discurso, right? Or in a letter or in the newspapers, right? But we never speak in the street. Right?
Okay, teacher, that is important.
Never, yes. No, yeah. If, like as I was saying, if you're writing an article on a thesis or something, like in a formal written English, you should use passive voice, but you never use passive voice in the streets.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. So, when to use or how, why is passive voice, right? So, first is to avoid taking responsibility. Yeah, you just don't want to know who did the action. So that's why we use sometimes passive voice. We just, the person who did the action is not implicated or identified. Yeah, so avoid taking responsibility. For example, I broke my laptop. That's inactive. How is it passive? My laptop was broken. By who? I don't know. Oh, we just don't want to mention, or yeah, whatever. So we avoid taking responsibility using passive voice. My laptop was broken, right? Another, it says, I is omitted for passive sentences. Another examples, they mine gold in the western coast. Gold is mined in the western coast, right? We just don't know who did it, right? We study languages in order to preserve them. Languages are studied in order to be preserved. Okay. That's why I tell you guys that we have to use logic. Okay, so for example, in this one, we study languages in order to preserve them. Now, like languages is now our main character in the sentence, everything changes. So languages are studied in order to be preserved. Okay, that's why, and there is when I have to tell you guys, use your logic. Okay, you see, it's not written here preserved and not to be preserved, right? But in passive voice, you have to be logical in order to change correctly or properly your sentences. Now, another way is give more importance to the direct object of an active voice sentence. So for example, Mary sells cakes. Cakes are sold. Okay, more, people eat popcorn at the movie theaters. Popcorn is eaten at the movie theaters. Okay, ya vamos a ver cómo los formamos, ya vamos a ver la estructura. But now the idea is that you guys get the whole point, get the whole, like a general view how it works, why it works, para qué, ¿cierto? Para evadir responsabilidades, right? This kind of stuff. My family bought tickets for the film. The tickets were bought. Yeah, the tickets were bought. No es necesario mencionar, muchas personas le enseñan a uno, the tickets were bought by my family. Well, sometimes there is no need to do that, okay? Now, another, keep an impersonal register when writing or speaking. Un registro impersonal, right? So I collected the data. The data was collected. Yeah, I collected the data. The data was collected, okay? Does anyone, Anna, you have a question?
Something to short, teacher. A clue. A key.
A key, okay.
Yes. In order to understand better passive voice.
Yeah.
We could say the subject is not expressed but implicit.
Yes. It could be implicit.
Always is implicit, but not expressed.
It's not expressed, but yeah, someone did the action, yeah, but who, we don't know. But someone had the data, right? Like for example, I collected the data. The data was collected. We can infer that someone did it, but we don't know who.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It is not expressed in the sentence, right? Good. So technician added potassium and mixed it in. The technician heated the solution. He heated the solution to 800 degrees. And then allowed to cool. Yes, this is more, it is necessary to use passive voice when the actor is unknown. For example, the rover stole it last Saturday. Passive, it was stolen last Saturday. Yeah, when the actor needs to be unknown. More examples here. Guys, this is basically the support material, right? And I want you to please go check again, go for more examples, go for it. If you have questions, please let me know, because this is the moment for us guys to interact, right? And you know, only this opportunity in the week. So just please take advantage of it. Someone broke the window. The window was broken. Yeah. Somebody took my money. My money was taken. Yeah. Now, how to form the passive voice in simple present and simple past? Here, guys, aquí, más que grabarse la estructura, se los digo en español para que por favor quede muy claro, más que grabarse la estructura es ser lógicos, ¿sí? Por favor, escriban las frases y traduzcanlas en sus mentes, y si tiene sentido, it works. And if it doesn't, please do it again. So notice that passive voices form in simple present and simple past, plus the past participle with regular and irregular verbs. Also notice that the verbs are conjugated according to their subjects. Okay, aquí funciona todo el background que ustedes ya tienen en inglés. Now, for example, we have the structure, but as I'm telling you guys, just please be logic. Subject plus verb be plus past participle and the optional prepositional phrases. By Mary, at the movies, yesterday, but those are optional, okay? What's the most important thing here is subject, verb be, and past participle. So cakes are all, popcorn is eaten, my laptop was broken, okay? Now, if it is in present, of course, we use the verb be in present is are. The past participle is always in past participle. But sometimes we have to transform it in present, or sometimes we have to transfer them in past participle. It depends on the context, right? That's why I'm telling you guys that you have to use your logic in these cases. The tickets were bought, the data was collected, and it was stolen. Okay. Now, here, Anna.
Yes, teacher. Another key, always passive voice use to be verb. Yes, always
To be what?
to be verb. The verb to be.
To be better.
Yeah, verb. Verb.
Bear.
Action.
At the verb. The verb.
Yes, the verb.
Yes.
Always.
Always.
So always the to be verb is accompanied with past participle. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Always.
So it's always to be. It depends on the context. If it is present, or if it is present
Yes,
or
of
past.
course.
And the past participle always.
Always. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Teacher. That's it.
Good. You're welcome. Another person, Andres.
Teacher, so like in passive voice, pronouns or proper names are never used?
Look, it's optional.
Because it says like you never know who's the doer of the action, so
No,
I
like
don't know.
you never. It's not like you never. Yeah, it's not important. Sometimes you know. Yeah, sometimes it depends on the context. It depends on the sentence. It depends on the phrases. But the thing is, sometimes you know, sometimes you don't know. The thing is, it doesn't matter. Yeah, what matters is the subject. So the cakes, the popcorn, my laptop. Sometimes it says here it is optional. It is up to you if you want to add it. Depende de ti si lo quieres agregar. But if you don't want, it's okay, because what's important here is these the object. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you know, sometimes you don't know, but it doesn't matter. Okay. What matters is
Teacher.
yes, Anna.
Teacher, but for example, about that question, for example, if I am a writer, okay,
Yes.
and I am writing a dialogue
Yeah.
where a person asks who sold the cakes, for example.
Mhm.
So in my writing, I will write, I have to write, the cakes were sold by, for example, Kelly.
Yes.
Why? Because there is a question. Who sold the cakes? In my dialogue, in my writing. Do you understand me, teacher?
Yes. Okay. So you're saying you have to answer the question in passive voice Or you're going to write the question in passive voice?
To write the question in
To
passive
write
voice.
the question in passive voice. Okay.
So
So
I have to express the subject.
it's up to you. You see, here in the structure it says it's optional.
Because
Porque a mí,
in the writing, it's a dialogue. It's a fictional dialogue. Okay,
yes.
in my writing, in my
Yes.
novel.
Mhm.
For example, Richard, I am writing. Richard asked, who 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 opened the window? Who opened the window? In passive voice, I have to express the subject because I have in my dialogue, in my
Okay.
novel, to answer that questions. Someone
Okay.
who, for example,
Yes.
Diana opened. No, the
windows
window
were
was
open.
opened by Diana.
Okay. Yeah, you can do it. Yes, it's totally optional. Or Diana opened the window. Who opened the window? The windows were opened by Diana. Okay, yeah. In this case, it will be more complete if you wrote this object, right? Escribes the doer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The doer, but in passive voice.
In passive voice.
Passive
Mhm.
voice. So the doer is I have to use a prepositional phrase
Yes.
by Diana.
You have to use the prepositional phrase because in that way it would be more complete and it would make more sense. Yes, totally. And as I was saying, guys, you have to use your logic. If it sounds better in a way more than in the other way, so you just do it. Yeah, totally. Ed, a question. Go ahead.
Hi, teacher.
Hello.
Ed is a short for Edwin. So,
Edwin. Okay.
yeah,
Good.
but I like it too. Yeah,
Okay. Nice.
teacher. I wanna share a example.
Yeah.
For example, I think in active voice, the sentence can be Apple sells thousands of iPhones every day.
Yeah.
And now in the passive voice can be thousands of iPhones are sold every day
Yes.
by
Yeah.
Apple
By
is
Apple.
if I wanna add a optional prepositional phrase.
Yes, you're right. So if you want to add it, but in this case, we are talking about, well, Apple. So if you want to add it at the end, it's good. I mean, if you need it and if you think it's correct, it's good. It works for me too.
Yeah, thank you,
Yes,
teacher.
you're welcome. Thank you for example. So here in the support material, we have the most common verbs in past participle in base form, right? And in past participle, if you guys have some difficulties with it, okay. So here they are. Please study them. Please work on them because past participle is super extra important for passive voice. Okay. And now, since we talked already, like what passive voice is, do you have questions? Do you have extra questions for me? Or is it clear? Is it good? Is it okay? Mervi, yes.
Well, I want to tell something
Yes.
with a phrase.
Yeah.
I can I could make a summary with more words, but uh, I want to make a summary of this class with a
Yeah.
phrase.
Okay.
The class this class have been well explained by the teacher Kelly.
Yes.
Thanks.
Good. Okay, yes. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to write 2 examples here. And you guys work on them, okay? I'm going to write 2 sentences that I have over here. Bueno, están subiditas de nivel, pero para que usen la lógica, okay? You guys use your logic here.
Could you please share the
Yeah, I'll send it to the text, to the thing here.
the screen, teacher? Share the screen, please.
No, it's on the chat.
The chat? Okay.
Yeah.
In the chat, we answer?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Vamos a ver cómo nos va con la lógica. How logic works here. Where? Se me perdió. Yeah. Okay, this is the third. And this is the third. Only those 3 sentences. Let's see how it goes.
Are you reading my answer, teacher?
Wait, 1 second.
In the chat.
The kitchen is cleaned every day.
Because it's just a kitchen. So simple past. The kitchen.
Yeah.
They clean, present simple. They clean the kitchen every day. So passive voice. The kitchen. Now the subject is the kitchen.
Yeah, the subject
is cleaned every day. But past participle of clean verb.
Yes.
Is correct, teacher?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Excellent, Juan Sebastián. Very good with your logic. esa era la que más quería que...
What was the question, teacher?
What was the question?
What is the exercise?
I wrote 3 exercises. And I wrote 3 exercises on the chat. So she's going to introduce her boyfriend to her family next week. Kent, they clean the kitchen every day. Somebody's painting a room at the moment.
Okay. My example is for the second.
For the second one, yeah.
Okay.
But it's good, yeah. And can somebody please do the third one?
Somebody is painting the room at the moment. So, entonces, the room.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Thank you, guys. So Juan Sebastián did the first one, Ana did the second one, and Juan Sebastián did the third one. Y Andrés did the third one. Yeah, those are the answers, guys. So I think you kind of got my general idea how it works. Más adelante, de pronto, ustedes se van a dar cuenta que es un poquito más, se empieza a estrechar un poco más la idea, but yeah, it's perfect. I think it was good. So now the second activity, well, the second topic is just basically vocabulary. So we are just going to go very, very briefly on it for you guys to learn it, to study it, to work hard on it, okay? Because it's just vocabulary and we just can skip that, right? The first one is like, what sort of movies do you like? Do we have genres? Action, horror, comedy, romantic, drama, epic, science fiction, musical, classic. These are like expressions, are vocabulary that you guys need to know if you want to give an opinion about how a movie is, or if they ask you to give your personal opinion about it. Certain, it could be a book or it could be a movie, right? We have more vocabulary here: action, horror, drama, classics, romantic, comedy, curtains, epic, science fiction. Yeah, guys, this is basically more vocabulary for you guys to practice, okay? I'm not gonna go deep in it because it's something that you guys can understand just by reading it, okay? I was a little bit worried about passive voice, but since everything I think went well, you can just work on it for yourself, right? Here, even you have the expressions and the meanings. Todo está ahí, chicos. So I think those are the ones we need for the evidences, que ya vamos a revisar. Entonces, ¿cuáles son? No las tenía muy presente hasta ahorita que Ana me dijo que me faltaba desbloquear el blog. Entonces, we have the learning guide, we have the support materials here. Ustedes saben dónde está, right? El proyecto. Activity number 1, supports materials, learning guide. Si lo quieren leer, it is up to you. Now, the first one is interactive activity, que les recomiendo que la hagan en Microsoft Edge, a que se lo califique la plataforma, como nos decía Ana, que sí es un problema a veces de la plataforma, right? El blog, que se los voy a desbloquear ahorita mismo, pero pues ustedes descargando nos dice what we have to do. We have to write a review, a book review. And who wrote the book? Yeah, so you have to answer these questions. Who wrote the book? When was it published? Where does the story take place? What is the book about? Who didn't you like it? What didn't you like it? Or if you like it, where was there something you liked about the book? Why did you read it? Yeah, so please answer those questions in the forum and the blog, sorry. And you have to, if you review about the movie, bueno, si escogen el libro, si escogen la película, you guys have to choose the questions, okay? Here is one example. You can follow the example here, but please don't copy. And please use passive voice. In 2 or 3 sentences, 2 or 3 sentences. No tiene que ser pues todo el texto, no, que tengo que hacer, no. Calm down. Now, the second one, it says, something I will always treasure. Guys, ya me está terminando de ir la voz. Now, it says, you need to write 400-word composition. 400-word composition about something someone gave you that means a lot to you, okay? Like a gift your girlfriend or your husband or your whatever your mom gave to you, and it's very important. So what do you have to write? Here are some questions about it, right? Questions that you can answer. 400 words is easy when you have to answer questions, basically. Here is a model of a paragraph, right? That's the other evidence. And the last evidence is the news of and wonders of the world. Okay, so in this one you have the chosen here, the chosen landmarks: Kiss on the Great Wall of China, Petra in Jordan, the Christ the Redeemer in Brazil, the Machu Picchu, Chichen Itza, Coliseum, Taj Mahal, and the Great Pyramid of Giza. The third, you have, well, this one is in 2 parts, okay? The first one is to look for information about one of the 7 wonders. So you have to choose only one. And also about the massive campaign that was held globally to select them. Okay, there was a campaign globally to choose the 7 wonders, right? In the second part, you need to record a tape. Ustedes ya conocen Bucarú, espero que ya conozcan Bucarú, donde ustedes hacen los audios y simplemente me envían el link, no tienen que adjuntar ningún archivo, simplemente me envían el link y en el link pues yo puedo escuchar los audios que ustedes me envían. So you have to record a tape in which you release the history of your selected wonder and also explain how it ended up in the final list of 7th. So what do you have to do? You have to go look for the history of one of these 7 wonders. You tell me the history and how it ended in the final list of 7th. Ok, no necesariamente no les voy a pedir pues que sea en passive voice o bueno, si hacen 1 o 2 frases, it's okay. Take into account that for completing the evidences, you need to refer to the construction, history, development of the current status of your selected wonder. In addition, you need to refer to most of the data you obtain by using passive voice. For example, this information was taken from the Wikipedia, sorry. Yeah, just 2 or 3 sentences that I could hear that you guys did on the recording. That's a lot, right? It's a lot to take in. But yeah, it's super easy. Everything, like for example, the last one, you can take the information from the internet, but at the end, please, this information was taken from, okay, using passive voice. This, my voice. Questions. ¿Tienen preguntas? Fue rápido. Ana, do you have questions?
No, teacher, it's clear. It's clear. I already read that part.
Okay, you already did it. Okay,
Yes.
so at the end, you can log in again, and now you will have your blog unlocked. Ed, tell me.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can you confirm, please, how many evidence are?
4. Blog,
4 evidence.
interactive activity, my view, something I will always treasure, my view, my new 7 wonders of the world. 4.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Another question. There are more questions, guys. I'm going to stop recording this. No questions.
It's clear.
Teacher.
Okay.
It's clear, teacher.
Yes.
I gotta